Hey, Dave here from Powerwolf with another Drifter Dev Diary. Today I want to talk about investigative gameplay, basically using information rather than inventory items in an adventure game. There's been a lot happening on the Drifter recently. I've got another friend helping us out now, Alex McDonald, doing, or Cannon Breed as he's known on the internets. He's been doing a bunch of character animation, so there's been like a lot of animation stuff coming in, which means I'm able to implement scenes with final art, which means there's like a lot of extra little touches to do, so I've been really busy with that stuff. It's been really good. So this is one of them that I've just been putting in. It's sort of living room, kitchen, sort of suburban house thing. And Mick's, so Alex put in, got Mick's wife in here. It's actually Mick's sister's place, and they're just they've had a wake here, and there's a bunch of sandwiches and stuff, and but Bunny did the sort of lighting pass recently on this as well, over Matt's initial background, but it's all come together, and this is a bit of a hub area for chapter 4, which is a chapter where the game opens up quite a bit and becomes a lot more investigative. So that's going to bring me to the topic for today. Investigative gameplay, yes. So what's that mean? So basically, traditionally you've got inventory puzzles where, say, there's some sort of barrier in your way, maybe a physical barrier. So it might, like, say, a wall. It's a pretty good example of a physical barrier. Mostly you use an inventory item, or you find an item that lets you get past that barrier. So say a grappling hook or something you find somewhere, or you build, and that's an inventory item. Obviously I'm doing a lot of those sort of puzzles in this game. One's not that specific one, but and this chapter follows quite a linear chapter where it's a lot of flow-based inventory puzzles, a bit like, oops, that's not the right one. A bit like the start of the demo, so it's just not really spoiling anything, where you've got a few actions that you do in a row, and this is kind of a bit of the hook of the game of this game when I talk to people about it, is that it's a fast-paced adventure game. So it's like a fast-paced take on a kind of generally slower genre. So this sort of section, you try and open this door. Oh, there's another animation Alex sort of just fixed up. But it's locked, and he needs help, so you sort of take this tarp off this guy and ask for help, but then he attacks you, so you take the tarp and you throw that over him, and he drops his bar, and then you can use the bar to open the door. So it's all, and then with dire consequences. Bang, bang, bang. So chapter 3 had a bunch of those sort of things in a row, and so chapter 4 I wanted to break that up more with some more open-ended stuff, which is something I'm kind of tending to do a bit throughout the game. But so this is this starts a bigger section where you're basically getting information, trying to find, someone's gone missing, you've got to find them, basically. So you've got this goal, and rather than it being lots of inventory puzzles, it's more about information. So this is like, I just did a quick pass over an early pass of that Matt did of this map. So I've just hacked it to bits, so it's really very placeholder, and I just drew these hands in quickly. So yes, not indicative of final quality. But so as you can see, this sort of opens up to the city a bit, and you'll be able to find more locations, and investigate what's happening. So how does it work when you've got rather than inventory items, you've got information that you're collecting? Basically I have an inventory of topics. This is the sort of standard way that this is done. Up the top, inventory of all these things that are kind of interesting, or that you might be needing to think about in the game. And these also double as the dialogue topics. So that if you find a bit of information that appears up here, now you've got something that you can interview people and ask them about. And so that works as gating mechanism that you sort of designed in a similar way that you design the puzzle flow. And I try and mix it up as much as possible, because if it's all just like talk to one character, find out a bit of information, like then talk to another character about that bit of information, then go talk to someone else, it takes a lot of work to get that to be kind of engaging for the whole game. There's some of the games that sort of inspired me with this was the Blackwell series by Jedi Games was one that I replayed when I was designing this section, because it's all about it's got great investigation mechanics. It's got a really good sort of notebook sort of topic system like this, where you can actually combine clues. Another one was Lamplight City by Grundislav Games, and that one goes sort of as far as you can kind of push it, really. Like it really doesn't do any inventory puzzles, not really. It's kind of and favors you talk to someone, you find out information, and you're really just putting together the sort of clues in your head, and working out who to go talk to next. But I think that makes it quite difficult and challenging for the designer to make it engaging for the duration, I think. So I'm trying to mix it up a lot. So it's mixing in little inventory puzzles, and also trying to work out ways to have the sort of investigative and the sort of information flow stuff work in different ways in the game, I guess. So rather than just always being about talking to someone, and then having someone else to talk to, or say, talking to someone, having that unlock a location. Things like learning names is a big one. Like interesting ways of like seeing a bit of information, like a name of a company, and then being able to research that in different ways. So if you've got an inventory item of, say, a company logo, now you can combine that with a big list of like a phone book or something. And if you combine those, it is an inventory puzzle. You can combine those items, but then you're cross-referencing things to get some more information about that company or something. So things like that. It's been interesting trying to design the puzzle flow of this section, where really it's sort of trying to kind of have the character and the player be doing the same thing, which is find information and have that lead you through the sort of the chapter. That's I guess my topic. I wasn't really sure exactly how to explain this one, but it's been interesting to design. And it kind of breaks up the game a bit, which I'm pretty happy with how it's gone. So I'll leave it there for the dev diary thing, and I'll catch you at the next dev diary.